glad you explained that. But I also, you said something. You said that the speaker was doing his job. So if that's the case, why didn't Democratic speakers do their job and kick out Joe Wilson when he yelled out at Barack Obama, "You lied"? Why they didn't do their job and kick out Marjorie Taylor Greene or Boebert? Like, why don't they do their job?
This is why I came to the program, because I would get a question like this. And I really appreciate this question because it gets to the essence of where we are, but a good many of us don't realize it. There is still invidious discrimination. There is invidious discrimination in the House of Representatives. I'm a son of the segregated South. The rights that the Constitution recognized for me, my friends and neighbors denied. I had to sit in the back of the bus, the balcony of the movie, drink from a colored water fountain, and my relatives who committed some crimes were locked up in the bottom of the jail. I know what invidious discrimination looks like. The Klan burned a cross in my yard. I know what it smells like. I was in filthy waiting rooms, and I've been in places where I didn't want to be, and I know what it sounds like. I've been called all kinds of ugly names. So I know invidious discrimination. And when the speaker decided that I would be removed, and then there was this motion, this resolution to censure me, it became obvious to me that I was not being treated as others were. And candidly speaking, it is invidious discrimination, harmful discrimination.
How well do you sleep at night? Real peace of mind comes from knowing your family is prepared for anything. My Patriot Supply, America's most trusted name in emergency preparedness, is offering a limited time discount on their best-selling 3-month emergency food kit. This is your typical survival food. It is not. Each kit provides over 2,000 calories and 100% of recommended value of 12 essential vitamins and minerals daily for 90 days, with delicious meals and extras, including chicken, beef, fruits, and vegetables. We're talking quality meats and meals that last up to 25 years in proper storage and still taste like home-cooked food. The pandemic taught us how quickly store shelves can empty. Don't wait for the next crisis. Your 3-month emergency food kit includes free shipping and a disaster replacement warranty and 24/7 USA-based support. The special discount is available for a limited time only. Visit preparewithjericho.com right now to secure your family's future with a $100 discount. If you order by 3 p.m., they'll ship your order within the same day so you have peace of mind right away. Go to preparewithjericho.com. Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again on X. It is at @green_Jericho. On Instagram, it is at JG Talk 2. And make sure you like and subscribe to this channel right here. Grab some damn merch. You saw the clip. If you didn't hear it, you heard it. That was Mr. I'm getting kicked out in the first 5 minutes, representative from Houston, Texas, Al Green. He's one of those old dudes who dyes his hair jet black, like a black that doesn't occur in nature. Just let it happen, man. We all get older. It's all right. But as you know, as the joint address that Trump did the other night, he was saying, you have no mandate from the people to touch Medicaid. That was his thing. That was his claim to fame, is that he's standing up for Medicaid for the people. Trump said he's cutting a bunch of money, and we don't want him. He said he's going to cut Medicaid. We don't want him to cut Medicaid. So again, when you see who's hopping up and down, when you see who's getting all mad, that kind of lets you know how you should probably feel about the situation that they're screaming about. So who is Representative Al Green? He's a never Trumper. Since he was censured and removed from the speech, he's going to bring articles of impeachment once again against Trump. He was in the group that brought the 2 articles of impeachment against Trump in his last term. Racism, save democracy, all of that shit. It is jam-packed up Al Green's ass. He's all about that bullshit. So that's who this guy is. So, of course, he's going to bring articles of impeachment again. And, of course, you heard that on the clip when he was on the Breakfast Club. Why did they do that to him? Did they do that to him because he was being unruly? Some might say disrespectful, Others might say unprofessional. You might find a group of people that say all of the above. And I think anybody who was watching that heard him yelling and shouting, disrupting the speech, being a pain in the ass, not allowing everybody, even if they disagree with Trump, not allowing people to sit there and hear what he has to say. Speaker of the House gave him a 1 and a 2 and a okay, now I got to do something. I've stood up and told you to stop or else happen. So now we have to do this. So he sends the master at arms to remove the gentleman from Houston from the floor because he's being disruptive. So if you watched it, you know what happened. That was a natural order of things. You be bad, we remove you. Period. No. It wasn't because he was being disruptive. It wasn't because he was being disrespectful. It was because of, drum roll please, racism. Racism, of course. He regaled you with tales of how he grew up in a Jim Crow South, colored water fountains, watching the show from the balcony, while the whites were able to watch it from down there closer to the performance. The rest of the country with white skin, they were afforded the benefits of the Constitution. But those in my neighborhood, those of my ilk, were not afforded those same benefits. So it was because of racism. Somehow the Jim Crow he experienced 1,000 years ago, however old he is, that is somehow connected to 3 days ago when his ass got removed. You got removed because you were being too rowdy. You were being loud. You were being disruptive. It's not like if one of your white counterparts did the same thing that he would say, nope, they're white. Let them stay. I think he would have done that to anybody, but it happened to be you. But it's racism. And of course, he fled. He went running into the warm, busty bosom of victimhood. And where better than the Breakfast Club, where everybody's IQ is low enough for you to step over. Their IQs are so low that an ant couldn't do it. What is that? With the stick? What is it? Damn it. How low can you go? How low can you go? Not a lot of smart people in there. And if you think to yourself, Jericho, how do you know they're not smart? Well, I would invite you to go and look up the video of just Google or go to YouTube and put in Larry Elder Breakfast Club. And that will show you how smart they are not. Because Larry Elder took the shape of a wood chipper and they just jumped right into it and were ground to mincemeat by his intellect. But if you were thinking to yourself, well, Al Green, he got removed because of A and B, well, you forgot about C, racism. That's why. It doesn't matter what you do or it doesn't matter what you don't do because it's all because of racism. That man makes $175,000 a year. I think he's worth like $10 million. $175,000 a year, worth $10 million, whatever. You do the math. And he's up there crying because of racism. If it's really racism and you have proof, I'm sure there are legions of lawyers salivating at the opportunity to get a slam dunk discrimination case that was public, that was televised in front of the world. Stop that shit. And I remember almost the day, but I certainly remember around the time, the age I was, when I realized that just because somebody's older than you, it doesn't mean that they're wiser than you or more wise than you. Wiser? Is wiser a word? It is if you say bud in front of it. Remember those commercials? Bud, wise, wiser, more wise. That doesn't mean that they're more wise than you are. It doesn't mean that they're smarter than you or more intelligent. It just means that they're older. And I remember being disappointed almost like, man, but you're 25, 30 years older than me. You're supposed to, and nope. So kids, if you haven't experienced that yet, you will. Just because somebody is older than you doesn't mean that they are more wise than you are. Evidence by Mr. Al Green claiming racism for your dumb, loud ass getting kicked out. Now, if you were sitting there and they just said, hey, that guy, that light-skinned black guy with the ponytail, with the Steven Seagal tribute on the back of his head, get him out of here, then maybe you'd have some basis for this racism claim. But the fact that you were yelling like an idiot and standing up and being disruptive is the reason you were removed, sir. Good day, sir. 2025. But you know the beauty of this, if you can sift through the feces of this situation and you can pick it out, you can still got shit on it. But you can clean it and like polish it. The one shiny, it stinks still. Let me get it away from my nose. The one shiny jewel that you will find in this race baiting nonsense is that they still haven't learned. They've learned nothing. Trump grabbed them kicking and screaming on November 5th, knocked them unconscious, laid them down on the curb, and said, ah, political curb stomping. He beat the brakes off of every single one of you, all of the swing states. He only needed 3. He took them all. Popular vote, you name it, electoral college, smashed them. That should have been a moment of reckoning. That should have made you guys go, wait a minute, what happened? We just got fucked up real bad by this guy that we tried to bury every which way, legally, financially, you name it. Kicked in the man's door, went through his wife's unmentionables. Various people tried. Remember Fannie Willis? What happened to that? Skis. What happened to that woman who was dealing out her vagina like she was in a Vegas casino? They tried it all, couldn't do it. They lost. So instead of having a moment of reflection where you're like, okay, what did we do wrong? Let's regroup. Let's look at things. Let's look at the footage. Let's look at the game tape, figure out what we did wrong, and come back stronger than ever next time so that we can get the White House. Nope. All they did was down the same path of everything is racist and silence is violence and you need to be an ally. And just because a guy has a dick doesn't mean you shouldn't date him, straight guys. You remember that? I almost got to take a shower just thinking about it. They've learned nothing, which is great because that means they're going to keep doing the same bullshit when it comes time for the midterm and it comes time again to vote for another president in 4 years. People are going to look and be like, you guys didn't learn shit. You're still espousing the same nonsense. You're still trying to make me be okay with this man who jammed his size 12 into a high heel. You want me to think that it's okay to let my kid go in there with him. To allow him to go in there with my wife and my daughter. They've learned nothing, which is great. I'm glad. Meet me in the comments. What do you think? Do you think that Mr. Green, what a way to tarnish my name. Wish he wasn't a Green. No relation, I promise. But did he have any substance to what he was saying? Or do you feel like I do that he's full of more shit than a Christmas turkey? Do you agree that it's great that they've learned nothing and they're still fumbling, bumbling, and stumbling down that woke path? Or do you think that the people who support that woke nonsense are so steeped in their dummy and their dumbassness that they will be even more steadfast next time and we might get a run for our money? Talk to me, Goose. That's why I go to you in the comment section. But you know how these videos end. I like to end them with the little good gun. That is where I highlight a story that shows an American flexing a Second Amendment muscle, giving the bad guy what they so desperately deserve. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. I'm out.
Hey, Lauren, this is all unnerving for those families who live on Parker Street where this all happened. Now, a man is dead for allegedly making contact with that 11-year-old girl, and the father of that child shot him. Now, police say this all began when someone walked into the backyard of the family's home where kids were playing and approached the children. Now, I spoke with the Wilson Mills Police Chief A.Z. Williams, who said the call came in to dispatch as a breaking and entering and shooting in progress call Sunday night just after 9 o'clock. There were 3 kids playing outside. 2 ran inside to get their parents, and the 11-year-old remained outside with the suspect. Investigators said things escalated when the suspect attempted to follow the children inside the home, apparently pulling and shaking the door handle. Police say the father shot and killed the suspect. The father was not arrested.